Alright, welcome back, guys. I fixed that little issue. It wasn't even a fix, it was an improvement. I'll show you in 1 second. I also found a small other bug when I was watching the video back, so I fixed that too, and I'll show you that as well. Playtesting never ends, guys. When you have a game that's got, a million permutations, you can't see everything happening all the time. You never know what you're going to expect. Sometimes things you don't notice for a long time. There you go. Now it has a T on it to show you that it's trapped from a distance. Not a big deal. The other thing was this. Concentrated research. You can see it's listed in black. It shouldn't be. It should be listed in gray. It says it's ongoing. It shouldn't be. It should be completed because it already happened, right? It won't. From now on, it'll be listed properly. It won't retroactively fix it, but when it occurs next time, it'll change some data in the game to make sure that that it looks correct. Okay, let's get out of here. We're done on this level. There's nothing else for us to do, as I recall. Oops. I clicked inside my OBS Studio windows. Okay. There might still be some smugglers out here we can sell to if there's other things to sell to them. This pebble's going to be utterly worthless. It's almost broken, and it's just a pebble. Wasn't there a smuggler still in here? Yeah. I don't think we... Did we get our strength up? No, if we did, it wasn't enough. Worth 1 gold piece, guys.
You looking to sell something? I'd be happy to take that from you.
Better than nothing. We haven't got the warning to leave or anything yet. No, it might be coming up soon. We got to be a little bit cautious, but that'll be worthless. Let's just look on the map and see if there's anything we missed that we might want to sell. That's worthless. That's worthless. We already know these are worthless. There's nothing else to sell, period. Unless we want to sell anything we actually have. And I like everything I have, so the answer is no. Let's get the hell out of here. Where's the staircase? Also double checking to make sure there was no other exit off this map that I missed, but there's not. As a matter of fact, we're going to cast ESP before we go down. Let's go and do this as well because we have time. Just to test. Our perk. Our deactivation perk, 75% chance of destroying all pit traps and booby traps. You wouldn't always know if you'd succeeded because you wouldn't always know it's there, but we know it's there. Let's see if it works. Of course, even if it doesn't work, it doesn't mean it didn't work, but it did. Deactivation. All traps around you have probably been disarmed, so it worked. We deactivated that trap, and now when we look on the map, of course, the T is gone. Good. All right. Let's, we're going to cast ESP. We don't have enough to cast this and, like, mirror image, but you do have enough to cast ESP and finger candles. And that would be about it. I was going to also... No, know what we're going to do? ESP. Okay. We're going to cast finger candles. And then we're going to cast Descend, just to avoid the 1% chance these stairs break. Structural collapse. Even for a monster-infested dungeon, this place is not looking good. The walls are slick with moisture, your nose filled with the fetid scent of stone rot. These walls are not going to hold. Not a direct threat to you. Xaskazien's demeans will stand while he wills it so. But if you're counting on these walls to keep the monsters at bay, don't. We already got some faith because we came down a level. Let's look and see what that event did. You can see this one's ongoing, because it is. Structural collapse. As long as you remain on this map, there is a 10% chance that a randomly chosen wall or door of any kind is turned to rubble. So it's not going to hurt us, but slowly the walls on the map are going to start falling down. This place is going to become more and more open, more and more traversable, which could be great or could be a problem depending on what we're after. Let's take a look at what's going on here. We got a giant weasel. He's also going to burrow through walls. He has a 1 in 6 chance of burrowing through walls when he tries. We got a rock baboon. Nothing special about it. Just an animal. We got a pterodactyl. It's flying. It's a worm. It's also a subtype dinosaur. Not that that really matters right now. It's flying. Nothing special. This is, as we know, a potion merchant. Let's try and get to him before these things kill him. This is a spell merchant. Might have something we want to buy. We can also try and pickpocket him. Another giant weasel. Let's look at the map. Just another rock baboon. Another couple of rock baboons. That's it. Nothing else going on. Let's try and kill these guys first so they don't kill him. Maybe get the pterodactyl, and then we'll try and, rob these people and maybe buy something if we're lucky. Oh, rock baboon is right next to that guy. Okay. Let's go kill the baboon first. He's the one who's closest to the Just kill this giant weasel. You see it burrowing through the walls there. Animals now hate us, guys. You get plus 20 to hit. We stole an unknown potion from him. Now, if we bought a potion off him, it's automatically pre-identified because he tells us, hey, here's what you're buying. We stole it. We have no idea what we stole. What does he have to sell? Good day to you, newcomer. Or is it night? Looking for a potion. They're the fastest way to turn a fight around. And unlike casting some fancy spell, my potions won't drain your energy. Restorative potions. It might be good to buy these now in advance, so we have them on hand when we need them. Not all of them, of course, but we can get one. Tiny health potion, not bad. We know what that does. We know what all these do. We don't have any money. Let's come back when we have some money and buy a restorative potion. Good thing we spotted this. This is a glyph of greed warding. As long as one of these squares exists on a map, each time you pick up silver, gold, platinum, or gems, you take magic damage. There's a fucking error. Let's fix that. Glyph of greed warding. Magic damage. Text override. I'll get that. I'll pause it before we leave the level and fix it so we can make sure it's fixed. Not a big deal. Joseph and Mary. Equal to half the dungeon level. Entering the square will destroy the glyph. So just like the... have we seen a glyph in this game yet? Maybe we haven't. If I or any non-flying monster enters that square, the glyph gets destroyed. We want to destroy that before we pick up any gold. Otherwise, every time we pick up any treasure, we're going to take magic damage. Let's not worry about looking for a secret door there. There's probably not one. Might be. Obviously, this fire is casting smoke. There's the glyph. This is a stone idol. We've seen the clay idol, the small clay idol, many times. This is the same thing, except for if it comes to life as a stone golem, not a clay, not a homunculus. Let's go ahead and steal the gems. Nothing happened. Haha. Oh, as a matter of fact, why did we not take another error, guys? Idol, gems, glyph of greed warding. I will fix that as well, guys. We should have taken a little bit of damage there. This is a snake pit. Pardon me, a wide snake pit. Standard pit, we can try and jump across. It's wide. We have a difficult time jumping across. If we fall in, we get poisoned to a random severity. Let's see what this guy has for sale / steal from him. Didn't get anything. New clientele. Fortune smiles on us both, it seems. Swinging a heavy sword is for the weak-minded. You and me, we're different. We know that strength comes from within. It's in the words. Trust me. We can get an animate dead spell. If we had the spell, if we cast the spell on top of a dead person, or a dead goblinoid, or an adventurer's corpse, it would raise that as a skeleton or zombie to go fight for us. Not too bad. We're already at dungeon level 5. It'd be, you start off the early game with that. It can be super useful. It's not going to be useful for much longer. It'd probably be useful for the next 4 or 5 dungeon levels. I'm not going to use it, though. I'm not going to waste my money on it. It's getting to the point where it's almost outstated its usefulness. Only way to get to that guy is to jump the pit. I'm not going to do that. If the smoke wasn't in the way, he'd probably come flying over that pit to get me. But with the smoke in the way, he may be hesitant. Shit, I didn't mean to do that, did I? Paralyzing gas trap kit. Could, set that trap, and if monsters step in it, it sends out some paralyzing gas all around. Of course, we get triggered on ourselves, too. We gotta drop something. Let's drop the unknown potion in favor of the restorative potion. If we get diseased again, we got a surefire way of getting rid of it. Here's a slow, dull pendulum blade. That's another typo, guys. Another freaking error. Look at this. How many errors am I gonna find? Makes me sad. Entering the square leaves a % chance equal to your damage. There's a missing line there. Let's fix all this right now, guys. I'll be right back. I'll fix all 3 of these things. There's a reason that happened. If you've been playing the game for a while, you've queried these things a million times with your cursor and never seen that error. This is a newly introduced error. It's because there's a new way that you can deal with pendulum blades. Sometimes levers can be pulled to stop them from swinging. That wasn't the case before. So I messed around with some of the stuff with pendulum blades, and I must have caused that, I'm guessing, in the process. Line 2. I'm going to fix all this. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, all that stuff is fixed. I'll talk about it when we get back in. Or even now. So the pendulum blade thing, yeah, it was caused by my lever thing. When I introduced levers to be able to stop pendulum blades, I had to mess around with some of the variables that affect pendulum blades. And in one of the cases, actually only with slow dull pendulum blades, when you point your cursor at it, it had that missing line. Any of the others would have had the normal line. It's because it was looking for a certain variable. That variable was no longer the right variable. The reason this existed, again, would have been a newly introduced error. The reason there was a typo where the word wrote off was because platinum didn't exist in the game until this version of the game. So when I added the word platinum to that query, it pushed the word damage over the right edge. The other thing just never occurred to me, the gems from the idol. That's been an error for a long time. Because normally when you find gems, usually it goes to a function called find gems, and it knows there to look for the glyphs of greed warding. But when you steal from an idol, it doesn't go to that function. It just gives you a specific amount based on the idol, and it gives you right there in the function. So I had to add in the check there. So we have another monster coming at us that we did not see before. Why didn't we see it? You can see its intelligence is automaton, like that homunculus way back when. And if you look at the ESP spell, it won't show you automaton monsters because they don't have a brain for you to read. This guy's not normally that tough. You can even see he has minus 50% resistance. It's a wood golem to fire. But we don't have the ability to do fire. We can hit him with a couple of frost bolts, but unless they are frost breaths, but unless both of them do maximum damage, it's not going to kill him. So I'm going to leave him alone for now. And we'll, you know what? No, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and ambuscade him. Son of a bitch! I'm sorry, guys. I'm coughing a lot. In between breaks, I seem to have. I don't know what, caught COVID. I don't know. Now it's hitting with a couple of frost breaths. See if that's enough. It's not going to be. Alright, and one more ambuscade. For 20 faith. And I'll pass my turn right here. Now let's go here. There we go, he's dead. He took a lot of resources to kill that guy. But at least he's dead. You heard that fall down. I thought, oh, there's a weasel up here. That wasn't a weasel. That's that structural collapse. As I mentioned, the level is going to slowly fall apart. We did find a treasure map, guys. If we had no cartography skills still, this would have no effect. But because we at least have basic cartography skill, it revealed 2 treasures to us. That means 2 chests, gold, silver, platinum, or gem squares, got added to the map. The number of treasures revealed is largely determined by our cartography skill. If we had higher cartography skill, it would have revealed even more. Including right here. We didn't even see this gold when we walked by, but the treasure map shows us, hey, here's a place you can get gold. Here's some more over here. Jesus Christ. It's probably not COVID, guys, but I'm legit going to take a test after this because I have dealt more with the public in the last few weeks than I normally would. So there's a chance. Again, this is like the anime dead spell in the sense that, do I want to learn it? This would summon a low-power diabolic monster to fight for us. What that means, low power, is it would be a monster randomly chosen that's diabolic, that is between a level 1 diabolic monster and a level 10 diabolic monster. No telling what you get. It could summon something so weak it just gets killed with one hit. It could summon something that's tough enough that it's going to kill most of the things on the level for us. But by the time we pass, well, even now, it's going to have some trouble with some monsters. Even if we summon a level 10 monster, right? It might have some trouble with a few monsters on the level. Probably not, but it might. And within a few levels, it's going to be totally outclassed. If you start the game with that, you have that spell on level 1, you're going to kick a ton of ass for a while, but at this stage in the game, it might not be worth picking up and wasting a spell slot on, Our hide armor broke, guys. In both the cases, with the animate dead spell and the summon minor fiend spell, oh, look at that. It also means every time you cast it, you anger all the good gods in the game. You don't please the evil gods; that would be too powerful. But you anger all the good gods. Let's go ahead and use the Wheel of Fortune. You can see now we have a 71% chance we win versus only a 29% chance we lose. Of course. Let's do it again. You gotta be kidding me. Still almost a 1 in 3 chance we lose there, guys. So, what is this? Speak of the devil. This might stop the pendulum blade. Let's see. This is still swinging. Let's pull this lever and see if it stops it. Just for shits and giggles. Yep. That lever operated that pendulum blade. So pulling that has stopped it. We want that. Fuck. Won finally. Let's do it again. Let's do it again, guys. We're up to a fair amount of gold. Alright. I don't think we can do it anymore, can we? We're only allowed to do... Yeah, we cannot currently bet. That's the maximum we can bet. Let's run all that to the temple. And level up. Alright, guys. Let's get our strength up by at least 2. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's happened to me. I suddenly am on the verge of death. Well, lung-wise. We got a new racial perk, Keen Smell. This perk makes all non-invisible monsters within 2 squares visible to you, even if something obstructs your line of sight. So even if there was something on the other side of a wall, let's say we were here, and there's a monster here, if it's within 2 squares of us, we can smell it. So it'd show up and have a little nose icon on it to show us the reason we can see it is the smell. We put this up to that. We can switch over to the leather cap. Gives us 10 defense instead of 6. Let's also put some into, I think, intelligence. Pardon me, Jesus. We do have disarming skill. I wasn't sure where we got that disarming way back when, but I don't remember how we got that. I don't remember if we took it intentionally or if somebody taught it to us or what happened. I don't recall. We could take dodge, get an extra 15 defense. Eventually we're going to want that. We could take mining, so that we can start, if we hit any cave-ins, we might have a chance to avert them, and on top of that, we can start mining stuff out of the walls, like gold and that kind of thing. Which, for our treasure, would obviously be a good idea. Give me a second, I apologize. I'll have to call it quits after this recording and see what the hell's going on with me. Might just be allergies, I don't know. Let's go ahead with mining. Get another shot at a way to get gold to help us level up faster. Unknown potion. Let's go explore beyond this now stationary dull pendulum blade. No. I think that's about it, guys. We don't want to risk jumping across that. If we stick around long enough, one of these walls may collapse and let us walk past it. Let's go over there and see if we can entice that that bird to fly through that pterodactyl, but I doubt it's going to happen. Nah. For the sake of a few experience points, killing that pterodactyl is not worth sticking around here. We do have a lot of time, but still. Let's, I think, get out of here. Oh, we did detect a secret compartment. Let's go get that. Right next to this dead baboon. What did you stash in there, baboon? Now that's worthwhile. A spellbook, Dismiss Spirit. It's a new spell to this version. It's been 8 months for me, guys, so a lot of this stuff got introduced like 8 months ago. I forget to mention some of the stuff that's new, because to me it's been like, oh, it's been around forever. But for some of you old-time players, a lot of this shit would be like, well, you've never seen this before. Let's pick up this spellbook, Dismiss Spirit. Take a look at it. So it is a low-power necromancy. Costs only 20 spell points. This spell is 75% likely to instantly kill any monster of sub-type spirit that you are currently fighting. We saw the pterodactyl that said worm bracket dinosaur. That means it's a subtype dinosaur. So if you see a monster that's something bracket spirit, this will work on it. So it won't kill all undead, but it'll kill a lot of undead and a few demons and shit that are spirits. Definitely worthwhile learning, even if it takes one of our slots. We only have 2 more slots open still. before we have to up our memory skill again if we want to learn more stuff. I think that's going to be it, guys. We could keep walking around looking for more compartments or something, but you know, we also risk stumbling on a pit trap or something, so let's just get out of here. Pretty soon, we're going to have to start putting stuff into death cheating, just because, you know, those things happen, and if you don't see it coming, it can really suck. Let's go ahead and cast, I guess, finger candles, and go down the stairs. Death from above event. Mutation, spellcraft, or divine blessing. The reason doesn't matter. What does matter is that every monster on this level has somehow found a way to get airborne. So what that means, that event, we can see right here. Let's go look. This is ongoing. As long as you remain on this level, all monsters have the power of flight. So every monster is flying, which means you can pass over low obstacles. Like water, lava, acid, stalagmites, that kind of thing, pits. Let's go ahead and gamble this. 9 gold pieces. Nope, we lost it. Let's do it again. There we go. We're getting a lot of faith this way. Do it again. Let's do it one more time. There we go. Can't do it anymore. Let's go ahead and chop down this hanging body. It's a good act, chopping it down, just showing respect to the dead. Now we have a corpse that is laying on our feet. If we had that animate dead spell, we could animate this guy as a skeleton or zombie. We could also loot him. Now, in contrast to chopping him down, which is a good act, looting his body is an evil act. So that would counterbalance that, but we don't really care about good or evil, do we? What we do care about is, if we search him, we'll either find nothing, or we'll find 1 to 3 objects of an unknown nature. Who knows what this guy is carrying? There is a 10% chance we'll contract a random disease, and a further 10% chance that the corpse is a level-appropriate undead that gets up and attacks us. Let's come back to do that in a minute after we've gotten rid of this gold. Looks like there's a scroll merchant in there. Here, a monster. It might be an Allumas. I'm not sure. They're wizard chests. Let's go ahead and open it. A greasy wand that would cast that grease spell we talked about. A scary wand. Cast that, and the monster you're fighting will run away from you for a while. And a repair staff. The repair staff we can't pass up, guys. It's too good. Now, the difference between wands, rods, and staves is simple. Wands all have a low-power spell attached, and they take up 1 inventory slot. Staves take up 2 inventory slots and have a mid-power spell attached. Rods take up 3 inventory slots and have a high-power spell attached. We really want that repair spell, though, because we're going to be stuck with, you know, light armor. And if we can't find a way to fix our armor as we go, we may end up wearing nothing as we get to the bottom of the dungeon, because light armor gets harder and harder to find. It never gets impossible to find. A, there's always improvised armor pieces you can pick up. Those never change, and those are all light. And B, occasionally you still find light armor, even on dungeon level 30, but it gets rarer and rarer. So we really do want to pick this up. To pick it up, we're going to drop the hide helm and the wooden buckler. We're going to equip the small wooden shield, and we're going to pick up the repair staff. It's only got 3 charges, guys, and our skill is still so bad. Our wand lore skill is still so bad. We only have a 25% chance of making it work whenever we try to make it work. But if we successfully use it, it will restore the condition of any one weapon or armor of our choice by 12% to 25%. I think we got to start looking at getting our wand lore skill up. Between that and the wand of treasure detection, it could really help us. Not to mention the fact that it'll start recharging those staves and wands if we get that skill up every time we go to a new map. I don't want to break this down. This is a barricaded door. We can't pick the lock. You just have to ram into it with your shoulder and try to break it. Let's see if there's another way around. This is an Allumas. It's an Allumas magic user. It is a giant type, so it'll please Allumas if we kill it. A 1 in 4 chance to cast its low-power offensive spells. It has 40 spell points. Let's go kill it. It's running away from us, but not very fast. Mid-power scroll. Let's leave it there for now. Another fine tunic, guys, worth 100 gold if we can sell it, but we're running out of inventory slots. Have we got expert traveling yet? We'll take that next. Unless we get 2 spell points. Next time we get 2 skill points, we'll get our wand lore skill up. It's got a wall of fire spell. We could cast that and make a bunch of fire appear in a line beside us that monsters, would have to cross to get at us, say. And possibly get hurt or killed in the process. This is a low power spell that it casts like a mini lightning bolt. Does 1 to 8 electrical damage to the monster we're fighting. We've already got a bunch of direct damage spells. We don't need that. Don't need the thick apron. Here's another one of those coffin dwellers we saw really early on in the game. Remember, it has a 50% chance it comes back to life if it's killed. It is shackled like that pseudo-dragon we saw. So it's immobile unless it breaks its chains. You can see next to it a 0.16% chance it breaks its chains every turn. Let's just ignore it for now. Let's just kill it. We got lucky with the 2 coffin dwellers we met. Neither of them rose from the dead. What's a scroll merchant got?
Buy my scrolls, please.
An honor to meet you, and likewise, I'm sure. Never have you seen scrolls the likes of mine. They're written in vast ocean ink and come in several colors. He's got a wither scroll for 2 gold. If we cast that at a monster, it would choose one of its stats randomly, its attack value. If it chose its attack value would drop by 10. If it chose its damage would drop by 2. Its intelligence would drop by 1, or its max health would drop by 10. Don't want it. Invoke Fairy Mischief scroll for 2. It's a summoning spell. Basically summons fairies to annoy the monster for a minute. Doing so will cause, for all intents and purposes, the monster you are fighting to become dizzy for 1 to 3 turns, halving its attack value. Don't want it. Flaming Darts scroll for 3 gold pieces would do 3 to 6 heat damage to the monster we're fighting, with a 5% chance that it starts a small fire in our square, which would instantly burn us incidentally, and also a 5% chance that that fire we started is raging, which means it will slowly spread around the level. This is a Burgati shrine, a shrine to one of the minor gods, a trollish god named Burgat, the Retribution. If we pray to him, we would have a 64% chance of success. If we are successful, we will summon a friendly legendary troll, a really, really powerful troll monster, which will walk around the level trying to kill things for us, with us getting all the experience for it. If we fail, that same legendary troll will show up to fight us. We don't need him. It's not a question of... We'll probably be able to succeed, 64% chance, but not worth the risk when we just don't have any specific reason to have a troll on our side, right? We can take care of these monsters ourselves. Let's not drop our money off just yet. Let's search here for a secret door. It was a concealed door. Remember I mentioned earlier difference between secret and concealed doors? This one's concealed, i.e. it was a standard door. It was just hidden behind something. Now we found it, but it's also barricaded, so we'd have to smash it down if we want to get past it. Is there another way onward? Yeah, let's go over here. Let's go ahead and drop it for money. Whatever. Let's drop that off. I lost our money. Want to risk it further, guys? Let's go one last time. That's all we can do. After that, it'll be too much money to gamble further. Our finger candles wore off. This is a zombie, but you can see the green swirl. It's a specific type of zombie. In this case, it's psychotic dead. It's faster than other zombies, and it has a 10% chance of causing insanity on hit. I don't know if it's faster because it's psychotic dead, or if it's faster for another reason. I'm not sure. The insanity is definitely because it's psychotic dead. We need to get that... let's try and get our hide armor fixed before we fight this guy. I don't want that guy to be killed by the zombie, but if he is, whatever. What do I really care? Nope. Let's try our repair staff. Alright. Fixed it a little bit. And a little bit further. Alright, let's re-equip the hide armor. And go face this guy. You can hear him. There he is. We got him. There's a fractured wall. We could try to mine through it with our mining skill. We'd have a 50% chance of success. If we failed, it would fall down on us, and we would have a 75%. Pardon me. We would then have a 75% chance it collapses on us, and we'd take 3 to 9 damage and have our map erased. Otherwise, it just collapses and doesn't hurt us. Coffin Dweller. Came back to life that time. Alright, we leveled up, guys. We're putting our points into intelligence, I think. We want to start getting more skill points, I think. A new class perk, Reset Tumblers. Once per map, we can left-click this perk to reset every jammed lock within 1 square to unjammed status. We have not been taking advantage of our perks, right? We have all these different skills. Hell, we could have used that last map where we were facing that snake pit. We could have used scale sheer surfaces to climb along the snake pit and get out the other side without even falling in. I didn't think of it. I got to remember we have these because they are very, very valuable and useful, and I keep forgetting to use them. Let's go with... We don't get 2 there, did we? No, 1. Stick with mining, I guess, for now. Web trap kit, don't want that. Makes traps appear. Hey, she likes us a whole lot better now than she did before. 82%. Let's go ahead and pray to her. Nope, despite that, 82% chance we're successful in our prayer, and an 18% chance that this fickle woman is... this fickle divine woman is angry as she is. So she's going to spring a booby trap on us. Allumas is angry. Rolling boulder trap. We were not dexterous enough to avoid the rolling boulder that just rolled out of nowhere at us. It did 48 points of damage. Ouch. They have a chance of being dodged equal to your dexterity over 300. If they are not dodged, they do 5 to 23 physical damage for each 3 levels deep you are. Yowza. 53% chance of successfully using that if we choose to. We're a long way from leveling up and getting all our health back, darn it. We do not want to kill that giant maggot for reasons we've talked about a million times before. There's another shrine. This one's to Xaskazien. This will really make our goddess angry if we do it. We really don't want to do this. It'll really angry her. But if we did succeed, we would get +3 to each of our primary attributes. If we failed, we would lose 1 to 6 from each of our primary attributes. What's going on in here? Why are there things laying all around the outside of the room? I don't know. We don't want to kill that giant fly. If that giant fly sees any dead body, it will ignore us and go for the dead body. When it hits the dead body, it'll turn the dead body into a giant maggot. But of course, it'll piss off Allumas. Do we... Oh, that's a trap. Don't forget we have that detection. We have a spot trap perk. 10% chance we can detect traps. If we just stand here, if these are also traps, we might reveal it. Oh, we are standing on a pit trap. What happened there? I didn't notice, guys. That may have been a kobold pit trap. Because I was pressing the key so fast, like passing my turn. It flashed up what it was. If it was a kobold pit trap, kobold pit traps exactly like normal pit traps, but there's a 50% chance they don't trigger when you're on them. So that would explain why it didn't go till then. Let's stay in the pit. Yeah, I think these are all traps. Maybe not all, but these are likely all traps. I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure why it's laid out in this pattern. I can't think of a room design I created that... sometimes things are labeled as a specific type of room, and they're not pre-designed. They're not like, put this here, but they have rules that apply to them. There might be some sort of rules applied to this room to make traps appear. It might be coincidence that it's a trap room and these things appeared in this pattern. Also might have been some sort of monster that creates traps that walked in a straight line there and created those. I don't know. Not certain. I'm afraid to touch anything else in there, though. Fur armor, even better than our hide armor, which gives us 15 defense. The fur armor gives us 20 defense. Let's use it instead. Gossamer Shroud. 3 inventory slots. Worth 330 gold. If we can get our traveling skill up. I forgot to do it. When we leveled up, I forgot to put my traveling skill up. High power scroll. That was a twister trap. Thank God we disarmed it. If not, it would have scattered a lot of our inventory all over the level. We'd have to go and pick it up again. Let's not touch anything here. I don't trust this room. I don't know what's going on with it. Confuses me. We've not been lucky finding meat. If you can find meat and you have your cooking skill up, it can be a really good way to level up your stats, like massively fast and powerful. But it doesn't always work. It's a dangerous. It can be dangerous to concentrate too much on that skill because you don't always find meat, as we're seeing. Let's go ahead and loot this body now. Nothing on it, and we caught white rot. It halves our health until we fix it. So let's go ahead and take the restorative potion. Booby trap, a cage trap. We are confined to a cage. As you can see, as we're pointing at the cage, it tells us here, we're confined to a cage. Attempting to leave will have your character try to pick the lock, provided our lock-picking skill is at least basic, which ours isn't, but we do have the small skeleton key. With failure resulting in a 50% chance the lock becomes jammed. If the lock is jammed or you lack at least basic lockpicking, attempting to leave gives you a strength over 3% chance of escaping and avoiding taking 1 damage. Let's go ahead and try to pick the lock by stepping out of the square. You'll notice that was all lit up there again. That was the same error we saw before. I hopefully fixed that error where it sort of shifted. Let's see if we can make it happen again. I want to test something here. I'm going to move my screen over to, say, here, so it's off-centered. It's not centered on me. And then try and move east. It only happened during the lockpicking sound effect, right? Since we jammed the lock, that stopped happening. Let's try and batter down this door. Damn it, nothing in here. Not a lot else here, guys. Not a very fruitful level, this one. Not for us. Let's make our way to the the exit. A little bit useful, I guess, with the gambling. We did some good gambling there. Yeah, let's get out of here. I think it might be our first warning, guys. We've been on this level long enough. You've lingered long on this level. Bad things happen to people who dally in the caverns. It might be wise to move along. Let's take a look at our events. You can also see once that happens, it gives you this here. A reminder you've lingered long on this level. Leave. This is just a reminder that you've already been warned for lingering on this dungeon level too long. Each turn you remain on this map, there's a 1% chance of a decidedly negative event occurring. Let's definitely get out of here now. There's nothing left for us to do really anyway. I do want to point out one thing here when we point at him. If you read the text in the giant maggot, after the words insectoid, you'll see it says flying bracket event. It's just reminding you that this is like a winged giant maggot because of that death from above event. Yeah, let's just get out of here. But before we do, let's cast ESP. Let's also cast Mirror Image. Let's also cast Finger Candles. And then let's cast Descend. As a matter of fact, we need to come over here. Just so we don't risk the stairs breaking, even though it's an unlikely thing. We have a trainer over here. We definitely want to talk to him. For a fee, he will train us in different skills. Or a skill. The Revenant Rat. This one's a Revenant Rat Mentalist. You can see it's a spellcaster. A Troglodyte. It's a giant type. We'll get a Faith for killing it. Another Dark Elf. And an Orc. Nothing else I'm seeing, but there could be like automatons out here, right? Zombies, skeletons, golems. Now's a good time to fight, because we have the mirror image spell going. So slight chance of distance strike. Our mirror image wore off. Let's kill him anyway. I don't want to risk him killing the trainer. Likewise, the orc. Let's get this gold. See what this guy's training. We stole from him. We stole a tome of knowledge entitled How to Survive an Axe Blow, Volume 3. We'll take a look at that in a minute. So he's teaching repair, guys. Repair skill. That would be so good because we have so much trouble learning it as a warrior skill. But for 30 gold, he'll teach it to the basic level. We need to find some gold now. That is priority 1. Let's go get the silver. That's enough. Let's go learn repair. Basic level. Repair skill increased. This skill now grants you a 50% chance to successfully use a forge instead of our old 25% chance. Let's keep trying to find money because we find 60 gold and we get our strength to 60. He'll teach us repair to the advanced level. So let's try to get our strength up when we level up, and let's try to find some gold. Let's not pick up any gold yet. Magic Archway, one of these random things. We go through it, it could have all kinds of effects. One of those effects could be draining our experience back down to 0. I don't want to risk it right now, right? Uncooked goose. If we cook that in a cooking fire and eat it, we'll gain faith. How much faith we gain would be based on determined by how good our cooking skill is. you know what? Let's not. We're walking around in a pretty dangerous position. Let's try at least the tiny health potion. Get a little bit of health back. This, unfortunately, we can't learn right now. We have to have strength 90 and blocking skill to the advanced level. Let's carry this, though, because, again, with our defense deficiency, because we can only wear light armor, eventually that may be really useful to us. If shields give us extra defense, it'll really help us out. For now, let's drop the unknown potion to take the small health potion. Drop the wooden plank too, actually, and take the unknown potion back. Killed him. He dropped a mid-power scroll. Badrak's Battle Guide, Volume 1. That's worthwhile. Found another tome entitled Badrak's Battle Guide, Volume 1. Badrak was my very first D&D character, a fighter. So let's learn this. We have strength 30. Combat skill increased. This skill now grants you plus 15 to hit. Sweet. That's a cave-in. Summoning trap kit. We lay that down. A monster steps on it. It summons a monster to fight. A monster that's based on the level. There's almost certainly a secret door. Oh, actually, not even. You can see this is an illusory wall. If you look at it, you'll see that that wall will flicker every once in a while. There you go. We just walk right through it. Unknown potion. Shit. Fucking smoke. Low power scroll on that shelf. Playing the right kind of character, of course, scrolls can be really useful to it, but we can't tell what they're going to do in advance, right? So it's a little bit risky for us to use them. Let's not open this yet. Right? Let's see if we can find if we can find a Wheel of Fortune, maybe we can get up a level and get out of here in good shape. Meat locker. Let's open that. Uncooked goose again. Uncooked pheasant. Uncooked pheasant, if you cook it and eat it, it'll give you some spell points back. This is a cult temple, unlike a normal temple. So we deposit our gold here, if we want to. Gives us the option of doing it when we step on the square. If we do, we get back 4 spell points per every 1 gold we drop off. Here's the actual temple. Let's not use it yet. I have a plan, guys. Wait till you see how good my plan is. It involves that unknown potion, for one thing. Spellbook Kindle. Yeah, actually, this is a... let's take a look at this for sure. Spellbook Kindle. So we can see this is a low-power pyromancy. It is a cantrip, which means if we learn it, it doesn't count towards our known spells. It's a spell that has so little power that most people wouldn't bother learning it, so to make it worthwhile, it's a cantrip now. It does cost 5 spell points to cast. If you're standing in an extinguished cooking fire spot, it'll relight the cooking fire. Let's go ahead and learn that. And as we can see, we still only have 12 out of 14. This did not count towards it. Pick back up our heat-resistant boots. Blink trap kit. Sand trap kit. That's a trap if you set it and somebody steps in it. It turns their square to sand, but it also halves their health. Poison needle trap kit. That'll instantly poison something that steps in that square. We have to do this, unfortunately, a little bit now, guys. I don't think we're going to find that Wheel of Fortune. Water of Life spellbook. Yeah, we want that. And a Hypnotic Trance spellbook. We're going to learn both of those. Let's drop the heat-resistant boots for a minute. Let's pick up the Water of Life. Let's left-click it to learn the low-power Aquamancy. Let's take a look at it. Water of Life. This spell will make you regenerate for 3 turns. While regenerating, you will heal 1 to 6 damage per turn. Casting this angers evil gods. Let's also grab the Hypnotic Trance, which we cannot cast yet, but let's learn it anyway. This is a mid-power charm. To use this, we're going to need at least advanced spell use. But if we can get that and cast this, it will cost us 40 spell points. This spell permanently halves the defense value of the monster you are fighting. It could be really useful. We will not learn Wall of Fire. Steel Buckler. Let's go ahead and drop our small wooden shield. Pick up the Steel Buckler, which is 97% condition. We can use it. We have to have at least 50 strength, which we now have. Gives us 15 defense. A small wooden shield. A fro, there's an improvised axe. We don't need it. Well, let's drop the thigh bone club to take that. We do +3 damage with axes, don't forget. This is a Fenmorian shrine. Fenmorius, goddess of motherhood and protection. I think we talked about that earlier. A liquor barrel. Obviously, guys, if you ever encounter a liquor barrel in the world, the only way you're ever going to figure out what kind of liquor is inside it is to stick your mouth directly beneath a spigot and turn it on and drink whatever comes out. That's the only way you can use this. You use it, it has a random liquor in it, we suffer the effects or gain the effects. It might be worthwhile doing it right now. One of those effects could be grog. It would knock us out. We forgot to drink that grog glass we found before. That's wine. So it would give us back spell points every time we drank here, but it would also make us dizzy having our dexterity while it lasts. Liquor barrels cannot be used infinitely. They have a limited number of uses, but you won't know it's going to run out until it runs out. Alright guys, I think my plan involves this. Let's first of all figure out where that guy is. He's down here. Let's go right here beside this and drop a bunch of stuff. Let's find every unknown potion we can find on the map. No longer dizzy. Any of these could be, I'm not saying they will be, obviously, as a shot in the dark, but they could be a strength potion. If we cast a strength potion, or if we drink a strength potion, our strength will go up by 50 for 120 turns. So, my plan is simple. Let's stand here. Let's drink the potions and hope they're strength potions. If they are, we'll try and open the sarcophagus. If we get the sarcophagus open, we'll get a lot more money, which we can bring to that merchant. We'll be able to carry more as well, so we'll be able to get away with that. Or that trainer. We might, if we can do that and get enough gold, we might be able to train all the way up to expert repair. Let's see if this works. Let's try and open this first. No, not yet. Just in case we get money and we can't carry it. Mage potion doesn't help us. There you go. A strength potion, guys. Our strength is raised by 50 for 121 more turns. So our strength is effectively 100 right now. Let's try and open this. 1 in 3 chance, basically, right? It could be somewhere between 3 and 300, the number associated with this. Nope, not enough to lift it. But we do have enough to come down here.
You want to learn, I want it. You want to learn,
and learn advanced repair at least, right? We had 60 strength. If we could somehow come up with a lot more gold, you know what? Allumin ritual.
Put your money where your brains are.
She gave us 46 gold and 21 gems. Is that enough? We have 68. We need 90. We don't have enough for another aluminum ritual, but we do have enough for shower of gold. Get 1 to 50 gold pieces. She gave us 24. Is that enough? Yes, we now have enough to learn.
You want to learn,
Expert repair. I didn't think that was going to happen for us in this game, guys. The odds of us learning, that's essentially 9 skill points worth of skills. From now on, when we try and repair something at a forge, we have a 90% chance of success. 90%. Only a 10% chance of breaking the forge. That is fucking great. I did not think that was going to happen. Could go here. It might heal us. Might also do a bit of damage to us. You know what? I'm going to risk it because I really do want... You know what? No, we're not going to risk it right now. Let's do this first. Water of life. Get back some health. Water of life again. Water of life one last time. Alright, let's go ahead and step in here. Hope it doesn't drain our experience or something. No, it was a healing arch. I guess we didn't need the waters of life. Healed us back to our maximum health. Not going to do this in case we get diseased again, guys. Too risky for us. If we had good disease resistance or you're carrying the right kind of potion or something, maybe I'd go for it. I think that's about it, guys. I think we're going to call it quits right now. Let's go check this last little bit of the room in case we missed something over here. I doubt we did, but you never know. Nah, nothing here. I think we're going to call it right here, guys. We're going to go down one level and call it. Not likely anything else here. That was a really fortunate turn of events, though. Wow, did that ever work out well? We planned it well, too, right? By chugging the strength potion, or the potions until we got lucky with the strength potion, and then using our prayers to get the extra money. Well done, us. Crap, guys. I pressed a button OBS Studios didn't like, and it stopped recording. So we're back. I'll tell you what. Why don't we save it right here? We're about to leave the level anyway. And I have to run an errand with my wife. So when I get back from that, we'll dive down these stairs and we'll see what's down there. P.S. I'm noticing on the events page right here, we are 9. What are we? 9. Wednesday the 9th of Red Man. 6 days away from Red Man Welcome, where we'll get a new free spell book that we can't use because our memory's too low. Anyways, I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Yes, let's quit. Bye.